2, 3, I see at least 4. Yeah, dude.
Oh my god!
Hey, look right there! Oh, he went back on the water.
I hit you in the head with a marshmallow. I apologize ahead of time. It's very hard to be accurate with marshmallows. Knee on the left side. I'm going to try to squeeze it. There we go. One right there. One over here. Get that one out there. One right here. Oh, sorry. Oh, almost got you twice. That's not a bad size one this time of year. About 7 feet. 7, 8 feet. That's a big one over there.
He's coming right at you. Look at him.
Fair warning, alligators have the power in their tail to launch their bodies about half the length vertically. If that alligator is 8 feet, he can go 4 feet straight up. Do not dangle your hands out of the side of the boot. Do not bring back passengers that are missing limbs or digits.
What's the big one?
You get bit, you live.
It was over there. Oh, no, it's not. God.
That's a marsh animal here. All marsh animals eat marshmallows. Take your bag, pass them around, let all the kids throw one.
Okay.
Take one. Well, I can get one from you. I got one from you. Amelia,
Take one. Can I grab one? Thank you.
There you go. You go back to school, now you bring you got a feeder dinosaur.
I hit one in the face with it. Did you hit it? Nana boo boo, you can't get me. I'm joking.
The bigger one, about 8 feet. Good size alligator. You can tell a lot about an alligator just by seeing the head. You don't have to see all of it. You guess how big it is. You look from his nose where he's breathing to that ridge between the two eyes. Every inch equals a foot. So that tells me that gator right there, you got about 8 inches from the tip of his nose to that ridge between his eyes. Tells me he's about 8 feet long. Now, gator that size, anywhere from 25, 35 years oldish. See, alligators in Louisiana, they'll grow an average of 1 foot per year, up to 6 years. Now, once they hit 6 years old, 6 feet long, the growth process is going to slow down because they reach maturity. After maturity, they can take 10, sometimes 12 years to grow another foot. Once they hit 10 feet, we call that an alpha-sized gator. Alpha-sized gators can take 15 or even 20 years to grow another foot. And that's a big misunderstanding people have between crocodiles and alligators. Everybody thinks crocodiles grow larger than alligators. The fact of the matter is, there's more big crocs than there is big gators. Doesn't mean a gator can't get that big. Gators just have two things going against them that cousin a croc doesn't. First thing is, gators live in a colder environment, so they have to shut down for winter. That means they're only able to eat and grow for half a year, whereas a croc can eat and grow the whole year. So they grow at a slower rate than crocodiles. The second thing is, crocs are protected, alligators are hunted. When you're limited to the amount of tags that you have, but you're paid by the lenient foot, are you going to kill a 6-foot gator or a 16-foot gator? You kill a bigger one, it's worth more money. Now, the largest gator killed in the wild in the state of Louisiana was 19 feet 2 inches. So they can get just as big as crocodiles. It just takes them longer to get there, and they have an extra obstacle to overcome, which is
It'd be funny if he jumped at Chris.
But to give you an idea of how long it takes alligators to get to that giant size, the biggest one we've seen back here, we call him Pat. Pat's right at 17 pounds. He's weighing close to 1,000 pounds. It's estimated to be in the 70s. If you kill a 70-something-year-old alligator,
Athena.
see another one that's
Athena.
Probably not. And I do believe we can start seeing bigger gators in the near future, though. Mainly because the hunting season.
I'm gonna name you Croc.
Back in the day, everybody targeted the giant alligators because the leather was worth its weight in
How'd you get
gold.
another?
Nowadays, there's more than enough alligator farms that are producing an abundance of leather. The leather coming out of farms is in much better condition than that beat up stuff that comes from out of the wild. So wild leather isn't worth anything anymore.
There's another.
What's worth more on wild alligators is the meat. Do you think that 70-something-year-old alligator is good to eat? It's like chewing on rubber. So we don't target the giant alligators during the hunting season anymore. We target the mid-range alligators. So we look at alligators between 6 to 10 feet instead of 10 plus feet like it used to be. So being that the big ones are getting left alone, they have all the time in the world to keep on eating on the road. That's why I feel like in the next, say, 20, 25 years, we're going to start seeing much larger and a lot more big alligators.
I'd have one as a pet. You're calm.
Not much. 10-foot gator, you might get $150.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't make a living killing alligators. That's dramatic effect on a BS TV show. Alligator hunting is not an open season like a deer season either. It is a very strictly regulated management season. For deer, I can go to any state in the nation, pay for an out-of-state license, buy some tags, and run a management. It doesn't work that way for gators. Every southern state that has an alligator season, except for Louisiana, it's a lottery. You have to be a resident of the area to qualify to put your name in the hat. It costs you like $50. If they pick your name, they'll issue 2 tags. You can kill 2 alligators. Louisiana is different because the swamp's not state and federally owned. It's mostly privately owned. So to qualify for tags here, you have to be the landowner or contracted by that landowner. What I mean by contracted by, you actually have to have a notarized statement from that landowner with his signature stating that he gives you access to his tags, but you still have to hunt those alligators on his property. It is a very strictly regulated management season. Its sole purpose is population control. It's only a 30-day season. Now, there's a market for alligators, so you can sell the ones that you kill to try to make some of your money back, but it's next to impossible to make a profit killing wild alligators. The only people I know that actually make a profit hunting wild alligators are the guys that do hunting charters, where people pay them a lot of money to go kill an alligator. Not very high. They get a bad reputation because they're so closely related to saltwater crocs. The BS TV shows they make about them don't help the reputation much. But in reality, I'd say lazy, docile animals. Rarely will an alligator go after something that's too big to swallow. They like small prey. If they went around attacking something too big, like people, they would burn off too much fat. They starve to death in the wintertime when they can. Now, that doesn't mean you won't hear about an alligator attack from time to time. When I say from time to time, though, maybe once every 20 years will somebody actually get attacked by an alligator. Now, I'm not talking about some dummy in Florida that was doing some stuff they shouldn't have been doing in the first place that happens on a regular basis. But as far as an actual unprovoked alligator attack goes, maybe once every 20 years. And I'll tell you how
Here
that
comes one.
happens. Alligators will not come anywhere near us or allow
Athena's
us to
coming.
get anywhere near them unless we feed them. At 4 feet, American alligators recognize two predators, people and bigger alligators. So you're a predator to an alligator unless you feed them. Now, judging by these guys begging them inside the boat like lost puppy dogs, you're right, that's not the first time they're dead. We're allowed to feed back here because this is all private property. On public property, it's forbidden to feed any kind of wildlife. They call that domesticating wildlife. Alligators do not have a big enough brain to be domesticated. You'll never teach an alligator how to be an alligator. What you can do, though, is you can bring their fear with us. That's when it gets a little dangerous. Now, the person that gets bit in that situation, 9 times out of 10, it's not the one that was hanging out with the boat, throwing alligator marshmallows and chicken scraps. It's the person that came in. It's the poor guy that didn't even know the alligator was there. Let's say, for an example, let's say you're having a cookout. You got barbecue sauce all over your plates and utensils, and no pasta noodles, just the whole. Where are you going to go? Nearest water, right? You get there, you can't stand straight up and down and wash the stuff off. You have to reach for it. So you're going to squat down. The problem with squatting down is it's small. When you start splashing the water to clean the stuff off, that was attracting alligators. Alligators are more scavengers than they are hunters. They prefer the prey to be in distress or already dead and rotten. Once they pick up on a splash and notice that it's a person, it's fed by people. So it's not a predator, now you're prey. Squatting down, you're small prey. Splashing in the water, you're small prey that's in distress. Plays right into the animal's natural instinct. It takes the perfect storm of bad decision making to equal an alligator. And what's more rare than an alligator attack is a fatal alligator attack. Because even in that scenario, more times than not, it's still going to realize you're too big to swallow, you're not food. It'll spit you out and go about its business. Bad part is, there's no such thing as a good alligator bite. They have 3,800 pounds per square inch of biting pressure. So whatever it bites is going to be broken. But it's still going to spit you out and go about its business. And I've never heard of a fatal alligator attack around here. The only time I've ever heard of fatal alligator attacks is with some person doing some stuff they shouldn't have been doing in the first place, or they had small children involved. Which, I hate to use that one as an example, but it's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. The Disney World here. You know, you have a man-made lake, which in my opinion shouldn't have had alligators in it in the first place. You can't sit here and tell me Disney don't have a couple $100 laying around to pay some wranglers to remove the alligators from that man-made lake where they wander in there. Like, that's another argument for another day of the week. You have a man-made lake that's surrounded by resorts.